Good afternoon and welcome back to our Mercedes-Benz oriented program. Today we are going to answer a question for Christian, who is an 83 300 SD and is having more AC issues. Now, Christian tells us that his blower fan will not come on and he is only getting ambient air out of the AC vent. So the first thing that makes me think of is that he's got a bad fuse. And yes, fuses in these systems do fail. So if you don't know where your fuses are, I'm going to tell you. The 83 300 SD has originally started life with the AC and blower fan fuse inside the fuse box. However, many cars got a modification that moved it to a fuse holder outside of the fuse box that will be inside an oval-shaped plastic case on the inside of the front left fender, and it is now a 30 amp strip fuse. The first thing I would do is check this 30 amp strip fuse to see if it is cracked. And if the 30 amp strip fuse is cracked, then you are not going to get any power to the AC system, and you are not going to get any response from your climate control. However, it sounds to me like your climate control is still working and moving the vacuum actuators, which it will do if the blower fan fuse itself fails. In your situation, the other possibility is that you have a bad blower fan too. You could test this by removing the lower dash panel, which is held in place by two 90-degree turn gray screws and three Phillips head screws, and pulling the panel out. Directly beneath it will be the plug for the blower fan, which I highly recommend removing and doing a voltage test with the climate control on to see if you have any power to the fan itself. This still doesn't explain why you're getting ambient air, and it still doesn't explain some of the other situations. So your third scenario is that you could have a potentially bad climate control unit or blower fan regulator that's just not turning the fan on. So if you verified that your fuse is good and you verified that everything else is functioning, but you're still not getting power to the blower fan, then your climate control unit might be at fault. You could purchase rebuilt climate control units from Programa Incorporated in Boca Raton, Florida, and they do a fantastic job with these things, rebuilding them and making them work right. So for some reason, if this doesn't help, please let us know what you find when you research the fuse and you see if your blower fan is getting adequate power, and let us know. As far as your car not shutting off, I would almost always start by checking your vacuum shutoff valve in a 300 SD and make sure it's not leaking. Going over the vacuum connections under the hood would also be a good idea, especially because if you have one that is loose, it will cause the entire shutoff system to fail. If you want to know if the problem is in your climate control or not, there's a red and green vacuum line. I suggest removing the red and green vacuum line and plugging the origin with a golf tee and then trying to shut off the car. If for some reason the car does shut off, it indicates that there is a leak in your climate control system, and it's most likely in the front right quadrant of the transmission tunnel, where a network of vacuum lines feeds the vacuum solenoid valves for the air conditioning system. Thank you so much for sending us your questions, and please let us know what you find so we can continue to help you. And take good care of that 300 SD.